On AUKUS, as we continue to develop it, as we continue to work, particularly now on the second pillar, the door is very much open for New Zealand and other partners to engage as they see appropriate going forward. New Zealand is a deeply trusted partner, obviously a Five Eyes member. We've long worked together on the most important national security issues. And so as we further develop AUKUS, as I said, the door is open to engagement. With regard to China, I think what is most striking to me, both here in New Zealand, in the region more broadly, as well as in Europe, in Northeast Asia, is an extraordinary convergence of approaches to dealing with the incredibly complex and consequential relationship that we all have with China. And I think if you look at what, or listen to what the Prime Minister has said, what the Foreign Minister has said, as well as what we've said, you'll see that convergence, that commonality of approach. From the perspective of the United States, we believe it's our obligation to responsibly manage this relationship, and that starts with engagement, as you've seen. We've been doing exactly that. In recent months, I was in Beijing, followed by my counterpart, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, John Kerry, our climate envoy. Others will follow. We expect Chinese counterparts to come to the United States. First and foremost, it's vital that, given the intense competition that we're in, we have different visions, different views. It's vitally important that we communicate, that we make sure that the competition doesn't veer into conflict. And that really does start with talking, with engaging in a sustained way. That's exactly what we're doing. And we had very open, very candid conversations in Beijing, and I understand as well from the Prime Minister that he had similar, I think, constructive engagements. And we think those are important for all of us to take part in. It's the best way, first of all, to try to manage our very real differences, to see if we can't work through some of them, but also to find out if there are areas of cooperation where, in our mutual interest and the interests of many others, it makes sense that we find ways to work together. So that's the course that we're on, and I think as I've seen it, as I've heard it expressed, and as I've seen it carried out in practice, we have almost exactly the same approach as our partners here, throughout the region, and in Europe.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.